The next thing I'm going to teach you today for math competitions is converting base 10 to other bases, okay? And again, as we had talked earlier in the video before this on bases, we know that base 10 means I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So those are my 10 numbers in base 10. If I say base 5, that is comprised of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is what base 5 is. Base 2, which is binary, will be comprised of 0 and 1. So whenever most of our numbers that we are using is in the base 10 format. And so if I have to convert it to a different base, all I do is I keep dividing by that base, and the remainders that are left, uh, in the certain order from bottom to up, that becomes the base, whatever I'm converting to. So let me show you two examples. I'm going to convert base 10 to base 5, and I'm going to convert one of the base 10 numbers to base 2. All right, so here we go. I'm going to convert 447. Remember, these numbers are all base 10 because that's what we normally use. And now I am going to convert it to base 5. Okay, so I'm just going to write it like this: 447. All right, and I'm going to keep dividing like this by 5 because that is what I'm converting to. And I'm going to just put my remainders over here. I'm going to put my remainders over here. Okay, so 447 divided by 5, basically this is what we are doing, what we are used to. 447 divided by 5, and I know 5 times 8 gives me 40. All right, and so I get 4. Bring this down. 9 times 5 is 45, and then I have a remainder of 2, right? So this is how we normally do division. So what I'm going to do is dividing 447 by base 5. I'm getting 89, which I'm going to put over here. All right, and the remainder, which is 2, this is going here. So that's basically what I continue to do until I reach a number, which is too small to divide out. Okay, so again, I'm going to go ahead and I keep doing by base 5 because that's what we are dividing by. And I get, if I do 89 by 5, so same thing. All right, 89 divided by 5. All right, 1 times 5 gives me 5, and I get 3, and I bring this down. All right, and then I get 7 times 5 gives me 35, and I have a remainder of 4. Okay, so once again, same way, I'm going to write this 17 over here, and the remainder, which is this, I'm going to put over here. Okay, and so continuing in this pattern, again dividing by 5. I know that 3 times 5 is 15, right? So I have 3 over here left over. Okay, and so I get 3 left over here. So I'm going to put this 3 because if I go any further, remainder is 3. Okay, so sorry, remainder is 2 because 17 divided by this thing, I have 15, and I get 2 over here. All right. So now again, if I try to divide by 5, that's not going to work. All right, because this is smaller, so this is 0. So this remainder I'm going to put over here. Okay, so now all I do is once I have this, I am going to take my arrow and I am going to go up like this. And so my base number here is 3, 2, 4, 2 in base 5. So this is my final answer where I am converting this to my base 5 number. Okay, so 3,242 in base 5. All right. Now let me show you this one, 159 to base 2. Please remember, once again, a real quick review. We keep dividing until we reach a number like this, okay? So 447 divided by 5, you get 89, and then the quotient 89, remainder 2. 89 divided by 5, quotient 17, remainder 4. Divided by 5, quotient 3, because 5 times 3 is 15, and remainder 2. And then now 3 is smaller than 5, so 0, and this becomes the remainder here. And now all we do is we read it from bottom to the top, and that becomes my base 5 number. Okay, so let's try the same thing with the base 2 now. Okay, so I'm going to erase this. Okay. Now, if I'm saying base 2, that means like earlier, like I had kept dividing by 5 because that was the base I was trying to find. But for base 2, I will keep dividing by 2 because that is the base that I am trying to convert to. All right. So, 159 divide by 2. I am going to put the remainders over here because that is going to give me my base 2 at the end. Okay, so let's start. If I divide 159 by 2, I am going to get 7 times 2, 14, 9 times 2, 18, and then I have one remainder. This is basically what I did. 159 divided by 2, and I know 7 times 2 is 14. I get 1, bring this down, and then I have 9 times 2 is 18, remainder 1. So this 79 I put here, the remainder I put there. So we keep continuing this pattern. Now we are again going to divide by base 2. If I divide 79 by 2, I am going to get 39, and I have a remainder of 1. Okay, so literally again same thing. What I'm doing is this: 79 divided by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 1, 9, I bring down, and I have 9 times 2 is 18, and remainder 1. So this 39 goes here, this remainder goes here. So we are going to keep continuing this. Okay, next again, base 2, we are dividing by that, and I get 19 times 2 is 38, and so that means I have one remainder. Okay, and then again by 2, and I know that 9 times 2 is 18, and I have one remainder. Okay, and then I go again by 2, and I get 4 times 2 is 8, and I have one remainder. If I'm dividing this by 2, 4 divided by 2, I get 2, and there is 0 remainder because 2 times 2 is 4. And then I again divide by 2, and 2 divided by 2 gives me 1, and there is again 0 remainder. And now again, if I divide by 2, this is smaller, so this is 0, and my 1 is my remainder. Okay, and so once I've got this done, I'm going to take these numbers, the remainders, and I am going to write it in this format from bottom to the top. And so my numbers are 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 0 0. So this is my number in base 2. All right, so here's my number in base 2. So as simple as that. Whatever base we are converting to, it doesn't matter whether it's base 8, base 5, base 2, whatever base you're asked to convert to from base 10, you keep dividing by that base number until again you reach the bottom to 0. Okay, because this number is going to be smaller, and then you're just reading it backwards from down to up, and that's the base number that you are going to assign. All right, have a nice day.